Shalom everybody, Rabbi Edelstein here with this week's installment of Rabbi E in 3, brought to you as always by MEOR DC. We are living in difficult times. I think you'll agree. And I think I said the exact same thing or the equivalent last week and the week before and the week before and the week before that. And it's still true. Living in very difficult times. Coronavirus is not gone. The havoc and uncertainty and suffering it's caused, the brutal killing of George Floyd, others, and the protest, the struggle, the unrest after that. There's political instability, there's economic uncertainty. We are living in very, 3 times underlined, difficult times. I'm not saying that to dishearten you, quite the opposite. I want, in our short time together today, to give myself some strength and you some strength as well, if possible. Chazak. The beautiful Hebrew word for strength, chazak, chazak. We got to be strong. We have to try to find a way to stay strong as people, as a country, as a world, and strengthen each other. Now, this week's Torah portion, as always, can give us some help. First, though, we have to keep as a foundational point the idea that life is full of tests. Judaism teaches that even the most calm, healthy, uneventful day is a nisayon, a test. Meaning an opportunity to rise to the challenge, to use it properly, to elevate ourselves in the world, which is actually our mission as human beings and as Jews, to elevate the world. Okay, so life is a test. What do we need to stay strong and rise to the occasion? We need faith. Faith in God, of course, but I want to speak today about a complementary faith, connected to faith in God. Just as important, maybe, faith in ourselves. Faith in our ability to be good, to strive to be better, and to do good. Faith in our strength to carry out what God wants us to carry out, to stand strong in our mission as Jews and as human beings. This week's Torah portion, Shelach, the 4th in the book of Bamidbar Numbers, has a catastrophic event, the sin of the spies. The Jewish people were about to go into the land of Israel, and they on their own go to Moshe Rabbeinu and say, let's send spies ahead to find the best way to go into the land, even though God had said, go right in, I'm giving you the land of Israel. But they sent spies. There were 12 righteous people chosen. 10 of the 12 came back with a negative report about the land and ended up disheartening the Jewish people. The men among them, the oral tradition says, the women weren't disheartened, they didn't lose their faith, but the men lost faith at the report of the spies who said the people are gigantic and strong and the cities are fortified. We can't inhabit the land, we can't conquer it. And what they said was unbelievable. One of the things they said as follows. They're describing to the Jewish people how they felt, how they felt when they were observing a race of giants that was among the inhabitants of the land. We were like grasshoppers in our eyes, and so we were in their eyes. We were like grasshoppers in our eyes, and so we were in their eyes. The order is wild. I mean, I would think maybe if they perceived that they were looked at as grasshoppers by them, meaning small and insignificant, and then that made them think of themselves that way. But the verse actually says, we were like grasshoppers in our eyes, and so we were in theirs, as if their own lack of faith in themselves on some level, subtle level, shaped the whole narrative and the way they looked at the land they were spying and the report they brought back. There's so much to say about the spies, much more there, many more angles to go at, but I want to leave us with this. We need faith in God and faith in ourselves. We're not, I don't mean arrogance. Who can be arrogant when we see what a virus has done to the world and our own struggles to try to control it, cure it, find a vaccine for it? Not arrogance, but strength and faith with the help of the Torah, with the help of its foundational guidelines and light and illumination as Jewish people and as the world, faith in God, our own confidence that we have what it takes to stay with the mission, not to become disheartened. Our eyes might see things, our mind might get panicky. That's the sin of the spies in an encapsulated way. We have to stay strong. Faith in God and faith in ourselves as partners with God in elevating this beautiful world. May we stay strong, strengthen each other, have a wonderful, beautiful, restful, and strengthening Shabbos.